Hey guys, so it's me, Jillian, and I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the Newsies reunion concert. So it's Monday. That was 1 week ago today. So today I just got around to filming this. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little about it. So at first I wasn't like planning on going to this concert because my mom wouldn't let me because she says I go to too many of these. But then my best friend Annie invited me to go with her and her family, and I like flipped out, so I ended up going with my friend Annie. I'll tell you guys a bit about the show. So the opening number, they all came out and sang Raise the Roof, led by the one, the only Kara Lindsay, and they were all having so much fun, and that was cool, and Kara has like a really good voice, oh my god. Okay, so then after that number, Adam, Molly, and Danny, they were like, so we're gonna do Watch What Happens reprise! And everyone was like, woo! And then they were like, just kidding. And everyone was like, They ended up doing this like medley, and that was cool. Danny like slays. They all do, honestly. Okay, one of my favorites was Giuseppe and Damon did Uptown Funk, and their costumes, the sequins, it was great. Everyone was like cracking up. And then of course the Newsies boy band, led by the one, the only Tommy Bracco, and they sang Cheerleader. Typical, but I'll allow it. And that was fun. And then Andrew Canyon Bolger comes out on the stage, and Annie says to her sister Katie, and he's like, oh my god, what if he sings Letter from the Refuge? And she's like, no. And then it starts, and he's singing Letter from the Refuge. Everyone was like screaming and crying, and it was great. So throughout the show, they have these video clips that they put on the screens of various Newsies. Some funny stories. One sec, guys, I have to tweet Sean Grandier.
I'm waiting for you. Honestly, I've been a saint. Who knew I had such restraint?
Okay. So all the Newsies submitted videos of them talking about like their favorite moments when they found out they got into the show and when they found out they were going to be a Newsies on Broadway. So there were videos from like all of the cast members, even Jeremy Jordan. Guys, remember, Jeremy Jordan was in Newsies. So it was cute, and it was like dispersed throughout the show. Joshua Colley, oh my god. So the three Lesses sang, and Joshua Colley is like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with him. I'm obsessed with him. He's 13. I'm obsessed with him. He did this like one belt and like riff thing, and then he went into his falsetto, and I was just like, I'm done. Corey came out towards the end, and he like made an like emotional speech, and then he sang Santa Fe, and he was like, this is the first time I've sung it in a year, and he sang it, and then everyone stood up and applauded, and it was like, it was a really cool moment. And then they all came out and sang Once and For All at the end. That moment when like the beat drops and they were all just like dancing together and they were all like really into it. Oh my god, it was great. So after the show, people like directed us outside to like meet them when they would come outside. So we started to go outside, and like the guy who like mans the door outside 54 Below, he was like, oh guys, a bunch of them already snuck out. I don't know how many of them are going to be coming out, you know, they have another show later tonight. I was like, you know what? So we stood under like the Studio 54 awning. He's like, you have to stand under the awning. I'm like, I know. So we all stood under the awning and waited for them. And like, I think Corey was the first one out. So like Corey came out and everyone was like crowding around. I was like, people calm down. They're going to take their time and talk to everyone. And everyone was like pushing everywhere, but it didn't really matter. So we met like all of them came out. Oh, except for Joshua Colley. Josh did not come out, which was a little sad, but I don't even care. So when Danny came out, we like greeted him, and like all the Newsies like know the Coulsons, so they were all like hugging them, and it was really cute. And I was just there like, hey. And their friend. I'm taking photos. And I got a video of Danny saying hi to my friend Ruthie. Ruthie, if you're watching this. And we talked, and I got to talk to like all of them, and we talked to Giuseppe, and I got a video of Giuseppe saying hi to my friend Valentina. Hey Valentina. We talked to Adam and his parents a bit. It's cool. Oh, we talked to Meg, Corey's wife, Meg Cott. We talked to her a bunch, a bit. What am I saying? We met Corey's sister. That was cool. And they were all like so sweet. Like, they all took their time and they like really wanted to talk to us, and yeah. And then we talked to Tommy because Annie's like best friends with Tommy. And Tommy was so great, and like I never really talked to him before, and he was like so cool. And he hugged me like 3 times, and like this is the second time we've ever met, so okay. And we talked. So we talked to everyone about like what they're up to, like what's new with them, kind of thing. So it was just amazing getting to finally like meet them and talk to them. And they were all like so happy to be there, and we were so happy to be there, and it was just so great. I'm gonna like put a bunch of pictures, I guess, and you guys can like look at them. Maybe I'll put one here, or like I'll put one here. Wow, look, it's me and Danny Padrino. Now it's me and Corey Cott. And so I had so much fun, and it was a great night, and they were all so happy to be back together. They put on a really great show, and it was just so great to be in the room with them and just get to be in the room, and they were all hanging out by the bar during the show and talking and laughing, and they were just so happy to be there, and we were there with them, and like how cool is that? So I hope you guys enjoy my little story. Let me know if you like these videos. I have so many stories, like stage door experiences, and I'm sure there are many more to come. So if you guys like want to hear about that stuff and my experiences, like let me know in the comments, I guess, and I can like film more videos like this. I mean, I guess if you guys just like listening to me talk, fine by me. I like listening to me talk too. Okay, so there's just like one more moment that for some reason I forgot to mention in the video that I just like, I need to tell you guys. So I recently got my birthmark removed, and it's on my right arm right here, and you can see, yeah, there's just a bandage there, and you can like barely see it. But when I went to the show, I had like this big bandage on it, so when Danny and I were hugging, he was like, oh, what's that on your arm? He's like, new tat? I was like, no, I just got my birthmark removed. And also, when we were outside, I like walked by Andy Richardson, and I was like, you should be in Spring Awakening. And he gave me this look like. So, you know, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, all that stuff. Thanks!